Well, hello there, welcome back to the channel. I hope you have had a good week. Monday morning, bright and sunshiny, so the perfect time to start to bring in Christmas. It's such a joy to walk into the kitchen and see the Christmas tree there. And even though I have fairy lights over the oven all year round, it feels different. It feels cosy and special at this time of year. I do love to have my festive mice on the tree. And this bare dark patch has now been sorted out. There are lights there now. That was annoying me. Henry Cat loves to be by the tree, and not sure if it's the tree itself or the mice that attracts him. Wednesday morning now, and I've prepped some potato wedges for dinner. I like to get that done nice and early, and I'm just still working on the gallery wall, so I had a couple of pictures to put up. My mum is the tiny bridesmaid you see there, and the next picture is of Bill's grandparents and a friend. But it's not about that today. It was just what I was working on. So we'll ignore that and I'll get on with that another day. As I've got on quite well with Christmas prep and present buying, I decided it was time to treat myself. It's a recurring theme, what can I say? Joking aside, I am really on top of Christmas prep, and so I decided, as I had a little money left over from the previous weekend, which was unexpected, I'd buy myself a new hat. I really like the colours on this, and pom-pom hats can be quite difficult. Sometimes they sit on the head and make you look like a garden gnome. But this one kind of sits towards the back of the head, and it's very nice. I really like this hat. And I haven't tried Barbour's fragrances before, so I decided to order one of those. As fragrances go, they're not overly expensive, they're not stupid money. And for just £4 extra, you could buy this, which is a set with body lotion and the fragrance, and it comes in the wash bag. That would make a lovely gift for somebody. In this case, me. So I had no idea what this was going to smell like, and luckily I like it. I was trying to think how to describe this smell, and it wasn't easy. It reminded me of something else, but I couldn't quite pinpoint what it was. And then it occurred to me, it smells a bit like, but not exactly the same as, Christian Dior's Poison from the 80s. Not as strong or as heady or sickly, but like a faded version of that. That's what it smells like to me, and I really like that. So yeah, if you like that kind of fragrance, I believe you'd like this. So nice little treats. And I was about to throw out the packaging when I realised there was something in the bottom, and it's this, the Wallace and Gromit pin. They have a collaboration this year. Before they've done it with Shaun the Sheep, and I had a pin for that too. So that's kind of cute, and I nearly threw it out. So a small update on the gallery wall. I love how this changes and evolves. So when I put new pictures up, I often have to rearrange previous pictures. I'm too short to go up too high, so I'm going to need some help to get higher pictures up. But I'm really enjoying seeing how it grows and changes, and it looks really nice. The ever-changing gallery walls. No snow for us as yet, but we did have a few frosty starts during the week. Weekly shop, Fewer flowers than usual as I don't need quite as many. And I found some yellow stickers. Asparagus, which I always love to find. Lettuce. Some green beans. A pizza. Tomatoes. And a salad. Hurrah for the salad. Of course, the boss is keeping an eye. I got these potatoes because we were having guests round on Saturday, so I wanted to make some really good roast potatoes, and King Edward's are usually the best. I've got some cream there and pigs and blankets, star-shaped crumpets, and a festive sandwich. Jolly good, by the way, it was really good. More of the cheesy biscuits that I love so much, and some Paxo stuffing. And 2 chickens. We were expecting guests on Saturday, so I was going to cook 2 chickens, roast potatoes and everything that goes with it. But sadly they had to cancel. Fresh cranberries. I'm going to keep these in the fridge and then just use them as decoration throughout December. They should last for that. And I am the advertiser's dream. I had to buy this festive turkey pie because it's kind of based on the one in their advert, and the Sussex Charmer cheese. I had to buy that also in the advert. But it's got a good date, so we can keep this up until Christmas. After eights, yum. And how lovely are these cakes. I had to get those. So that was the more interesting part of Weekly Shop this week. And let's zoom in on Henry. Poor Henry cat. I've been in the B&M and bought a few bits. So I wanted some white plates for Saturday's lunch. These were going to be dessert plates. Wanted 4 of those, but they didn't have them. So I got this one too. And then remembers I've got some plain scalloped edged plates, so I can just mix them up, look nice. Some foil I needed for every day, and then one I'm putting away under the stairs for Christmas, so that's another thing ticked off the list. I always get these in the B&M, they're so much cheaper than anywhere else. They also sell gravy sachets, 69 pence for the turkey, 55 pence for the classic gravy. So I've stocked up there. I adore these. I got these as Nibbles offerings, but didn't need them in the end. A hiccup from Henry. There's nothing more adorable than a cat hiccup. And then I've got a few stocking fillers for Bill. A Toblerone, Lynx. You have to get a Lynx gift set for the man in your life. And some moisturiser, a selection pack, and there's some deodorant there as well. So I'm building up a really good stash of stocking fillers for Bill. I do so love those cakes. And we have somebody coming to stay this week, so I wanted some new bedding. And we got this in the Dunelm. This is a brushed cotton, so that's fitted sheet and pillowcases. That's going to make it cosy. Got this throw too because, again, for the cosy factor. And this bedding, which is like a chenille fabric, it's really soft, very cosy. It's going to be great for our guests. And then obviously it's in Violet's room, so she'll get the benefit afterwards. And she's going to love this, all of this. It shows up quite light on camera, but it's actually a perfect match for the green in the tartan there. There's a candle to make the room feel cosy and smell gorgeous. And I've got a refill for my candle, which I'm pleased about. I'll show you that once I've put it on the bed. And I've also found these, so at some point this week or next week I'll be trying these out. I hope they're going to be good. And this is the festive pie from Waitrose. Because I'm a rubbish vlogger, I didn't show it once it'd been cooked, but it's really good. I really like this pie, and I'm glad we tried it. I'd get it again, definitely. So it's time to change the shelves, give them more of a festive look. I don't really change them a massive amount. The basic setup is the same, and I just add or take away bits and pieces to give it a seasonal taste. I am going to miss the pumpkins though, particularly the black and white one there. And I really need to get reading magazines and books and whatnot, because I carry them around the house and then I still don't read any of it. But let's get on with this and get these shelves changed over. There they are. I'm not 100% happy with this. I think I'm going to change it slightly. And of course there'll be a gingerbread house on there at some point. This little dish, I love this. I found this in Sainsbury's. It was £2.25. Very festive, delicately scalloped edge. And it's just very nice. Really pleased with that purchase. In the den, Bill has a Christmas tree up. I'm trying to show you this in such a way you don't see all of his man junk around it, but I gave up in the end. The tree itself is quite a funny shape. It's kind of straight at the back. It's a real tree, but it fits in on this surface really well. So he's just got baubles, nutcracker men and some skiing bears. On Friday, we went to pick up Violet from the train station. She'd come home for the weekend. And we stopped off at KFC for an easy dinner. Look at this, Kentucky Fried Chicken. This is the Stranger Things burger that I wanted, mainly because it's kind of pink. Very nice, but it's unusual to see Kentucky Fried Chicken on the packaging instead of just KFC. Tiger, he had just had some ham, and then Bill went into the garden. And you can see literally the cogs turn in his mind there. Oh, he doesn't know I've just been fed, so I'll go and see if I can get something else. So even though I didn't have to do a roast dinner on Saturday, I did it anyway, and this is how it turned out. Those potatoes have been roasted in goose fat. So good. I do love that Morrison's will sell a single slice of cake for £1. I saw this book on Amazon. I could not resist. It has recipes and ideas. It even has a ribbon bookmark, which I always love in a book. Did I need it? No. Did I want it? Absolutely. And I don't regret it at all. It was on a really good offer, so I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it wasn't the price on the book. And look at this, the section for notes and lists and checklists. How lovely if you use that and then you pass it on through the family. I think that's just lovely. It's kind of an heirloom book to keep, really, isn't it? So no, I did not pay the price you see here. I can't remember the price I paid, but I really like this book a lot, so I'm pleased with that. On Monday of this week, I'm coming back from my mum's here. Straight into sorting out beds, changing sheets. So this is the new bedding. The colours aren't showing up really well, but look, it's reversible. So one side is green and the other side is red, including on the pillows. So I really like that, and I haven't done the bed properly here. It's just literally, I've just put them on there to see how it looked. Very nice. And the throw, and again, the colour doesn't look right on camera, but it's a really good match for the green in the tartan. And there's the tree beside the bed. And you know Henry has given it a seal of approval. And another new book, because again, it was on a really good offer, and it's festive. And I need to read it. I've actually started to read this book already, so I'm quite pleased about that. And more tartan, and I must confess, I have put the tartan cushions on the sofa already. It's not full on Christmas, I haven't added any red yet, but I just couldn't resist. I had to get the cushion covers on there. And it's time to make a gingerbread house. So I won't show you everything, I'll just show you bits and pieces, but you can see how soft the butter is there. So it's just butter and brown sugar. And I'm going to beat that together. This is the recipe I always use from this book. I've had this book over 20 something years, and ginger spice biscuits, this is the one. I just make the recipe and then after that ignore the instructions and just use it for gingerbread house. But it never fails. So I won't show you everything. Once it looks like an absolute mess with the egg, you add the flour. If you sieve it, you sieve it. I can't be bothered, so I just shove it in straight from the pack, along with the fresh ground ginger. Normally I would have ground cloves and cinnamon in it, but yeah, the person who boasted about being on top of things hasn't got either, so I can't. The recipe doesn't include vanilla extract, but I always add some in. So yeah, just ginger and no other festive spices, which is a bit of a shame. It won't have the same smell. And I'm showing you this bit because you can see what a really hard dough it becomes. So I always add a splash of milk just so it's a little bit easier to mix up. And then once it's like this, I go in with my hands, make sure it's all together, and then put it in a plastic bag and put it in the fridge until I'm ready to make the gingerbread house. And that's it. It's a really simple recipe. It doesn't take a lot of effort. It doesn't really take a lot of equipment either. So there's not a great deal of clearing up afterwards, just a few bits and the mixer bowl. And then I just leave it in the fridge for whenever I want to make the gingerbread house. It never gets eaten, so I don't really have to hurry up to make the gingerbread house. I just get the dough in the fridge and then it's done. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good week ahead, and I'll see you again soon.